The breadcrumb from the PM on Gladys Berejiklian, it might not be a shocker. What might be interesting about this, from my point of view, is he was, trailing his coat so much on this. Such a welcome mat for Gladys Berejiklian to run. Does it indicate that the government is in trouble, that they think they needed her so badly for this particular seat that was once a lay-down misère for the Liberal Party?
Look, it's an indication that every seat is vital. Every seat is vital, and in this election it's going to be that close. We're looking, quite possibly at a hung parliament or a tiny majority to whoever wins. And so every seat the government can win that it doesn't currently have will make the job of Labor that much harder, whether it's Gilmore in New South Wales or Lyons in Tassie, which Labor has, or it's getting back Warringah. Now, the view in the government is if they don't get Warringah back this time, it'll be Zali Steggall for life. This happens in these seats. Rebecca Sharkey in Mayo, they threw a lot at Wentworth at the last election. Had Kerryn Phelps won that a second time, that would be Kerryn Phelps' seat for as long as she wanted it. So that's the view. So the Prime Minister spent a lot of this year trying to beg Mike Baird to run. Mike lives up there. That was his old stomping ground when he was in state politics. He sort of said no. Now we're seeing the same exercise with Gladys, and it doesn't look like she's going to do it or not give an answer for a while. So I think, without either of those two, it's probably lost. But it just underscores the importance of just trying to get a seat in your column again.
And I suppose you mentioned some seats there. If we look at Warringah and look at Gilmore, it might explain why there's a sense on climate policy and Labor, again, having more ambitious policy than the coalition. But whatever they throw in their campaign against this, it won't be as full-throated because, yes, it might help in some areas for them, but it might well hurt in more, considering they're supposed to have had this net zero 2050. They've changed. They can't sort of put the boots into it.
No, that's right. I mean, the politics of climate has been moving in one direction slowly for years, and I think we'll see at this election whether it's reached the tipping point or not. But clearly, I mean, you've got Simon Holmes of Coorey who's running this, the 200 campaign, putting high-profile independents up against, Liberals in key, moderate Liberals in seats the Liberals shouldn't have to worry about, like Mackellar, where Jason Falinski is, or Wentworth, where Dave Sharma is, or down in Victoria, even Kooyong. So they may not win a seat, but at a bare minimum, they're going to make the party spend a lot of money, in seats where they'd rather not have to spend money and dedicate it to marginal campaigns like in Lyons and Gilmore. So, the voices of campaign might pinch a seat, it might pinch a couple of seats, but at a minimum, they're forcing attitudinal change. And you're right, we haven't seen the pile-on Labor's policy anywhere near what it was last time.
Yeah.
And it's for that very reason. There's a lot of pushback from moderates and even people like Frydenberg. We're just saying, hold on, we're just got to be careful here.
It's a fraught line he has to walk on.
Well, what I think it means, Tom, is neither side is going to lead with their chin on climate change this election.
Which
suits both of them.
And might be a relief to voters. Coorey, thank you.